Hi ladies, okay, I'm back with part 2 of this tutorial. Oh my gosh, after I stopped that last video, I just kept cracking up laughing. I mean, he looked at me and was just like, I'm sorry, honey. But the girls, they all had, I mean, there were older ladies in there, like 60, 70 years old. They thought it was funny. But, I mean, usually he'll turn down his ringtone, and, you know, I'm like, honey, you've really got to change that. And then he's got Crazy Train as his other ones, and it's just, he's a lovable guy. He's funny. He's got a whole bunch, I mean, things roll out of his mouth and people roll over laughing, so. But anyway, and I'm not crazy, so. I'm like, why would you put that ringtone up there? But anyway, okay. Alright, back to business. Okay, we are going to go ahead and we're going to do a blue color. This one is that pink. Sorry. Yeah, I got it really bad. I'm supposed to go back to work at 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, and I just don't know if I'm sitting here sweating to death. But we're going to do a blue. That color is this color right here, and it's really, really shimmery. Okay, so I'm going to show you, because I'm all out of this. No, actually, I'm not out of it. I just put it in a different vial. But anyway, what you're going to do is when you get your, if you can find this, LA Colors loose powder, it can be any type of eyeshadow. Just make a hole. Ow, it hurts. Okay, just make a hole. Make a hole at the bottom. Oh, wait a minute. This one already has it. Make a hole at the bottom with like a little screwdriver or something, and then it just pops off just like that. So, there you go. And they pretty much, they'll stand up on their own. This one I'm probably just going to dump in. Okay, so I've got my warm water already in here. And I need to empty some of this out. Don't want to do it on that. But I'll just put it up to there, and then I'll put maybe, I don't know, maybe a teaspoon of the, which that's about all I've got. Hey. I can always turn around and make this another shimmer spray bottle. So, the liquid white rain. Okay, then now we are going to put in our eyeshadow. It doesn't matter how much you put in. The more you put in, the more shimmer you get. The less you put in, the less shimmer you get. And I usually use both of the gold and the white color. And I'm just going to hold that over there and tap it. You can do that too. I try to put the same amount of both. And I'm wanting to try some black eyeshadow. I think that would be super, super awesome. Okay, so then you take your bottle, shake it up really well, and then you have all that goodness, that shimmer. Really, really pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to take my wet box, just spray it a couple times. Okay, and then I'm going to take the cap back off. And what did I say? We're going to do blue. So, this is where, and this might become a three-parter, I don't know. Because I think I'm going to start sneezing, coughing again. Okay, here's the tube of food color dye. I'm just going to take 1, 2, 3. No, we're going 4. Okay, now, at this point, this is where you're going to want to figure out, sorry I keep bumping the camera, you're going to want to figure out how much blue you want in there. How dark you want it, how light you want it. Hold on a second. Getting a piece of cardstock, and that was the only reason why I bought the white cardstock. Okay, so here is the shimmer. I'm going to spray it into my spray box real quick. At this point, you're not going to really have a certain color. I mean, you're going to have the light blue. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. It's really shimmery though. And the more you spray, of course, the darker it's going to get. Now I'm going to hit that real quick. Basically right now it's a sky blue, and you can see that it's really shimmery. Okay, now this is where the magic comes in. Okay, then you're going to take the top back off. You're going to use your magic, your Dr. Martin's Bombay Black Indian ink. You can use any kind of ink. This is calligraphy ink, and it's pigmented. All inks are pigmented, but this is so much better than using acrylic paint. I'm putting one in, and I'm going to shake it up, and I'll show you. See, it's getting darker. And then I'm going to spray, and I'm going to spray it on the paper. So right now, you can see it's getting a little bit darker. So this is where, sorry, hold on. This is where your black pigment is going to come into. This is where it's going to play into this. So we've got our color base. I've added 1 drop. And then the more black you put in, let's go 2 more drops. The darker your pigmented shimmer mist is going to be. Shake that. Spray. Okay. So now it's getting darker. Can you see that? Okay, it's almost like a slate blue color. And I'm telling you, this formula does dry really, really quick. Okay, I'm just kind of hitting it. So, and you can see it's still really, really shimmery. Okay, so this is where I kind of figured I was probably going to have a third video, maybe. But what I do is, on a piece of paper, I will write down my formula. So we used, what did I say, three or four? It was 3 or 4 of the food coloring, and then now we're at 3 drops ink. So you remember for next time when you want to do that, the same color. I'm going to go ahead and just use a regular. I'm going to use that right now. So this is where you want to either darken or lighten. You just got to play around with it. You can put 2 more drops in and write it down, and then shake it up, and you be very, very careful. Normally I put this ink in a container out of my way so I don't knock it over, because you don't want ink, because this stuff will not come out. So this is getting darker because I just put those 2 drops in, and it's a real pretty color. It's not so much a blue, like a bright blue, but that also plays on, like I said, remember we did that first couple drops, and then we didn't even add any ink to this, but we added ink to this, and it brings out the color. So you just got to play around with your colors. So I'm going to go ahead and add 1 more drop, and this stuff will go a long way. We might not have to do a 3rd. Okay, so you always want to spray into your spray box because you keep adding more color to it. Okay, so that one's a little bit darker. It's almost like an emerald green color. Now I know we did blue, but like I said, you can go to the color chart. I think there's a, what is that, Betty Crocker color chart, and they have a color chart on there on how to mix everything together, which is cool. You got a teal color, you got a rose color. I used the rose color formula, but when I added the black to it, that's when it made it that Pashma from the Tattered Angels. And it's still shimmery, and it's not going down to the bottom. And usually all the stuff go right down to the bottom, the mica. Orange, lime green, you can do a light brown. The light brown one I haven't done yet, which is gorgeous. And you know what? I might just come back with a 3rd video and we might just try that. So, but you can see all the shimmer in it still. And like I said, all you got to do is just play around. Now see, that's a little bit darker. I let it set a little bit. You know, if you want that bright blue color, and add tons of blue. You can add tons of blue dye to it, and then add a couple drops of black at a time to achieve the color you want. A lot of people are earth tone colors. I'm an earth tone person. A lot of people are bright colored. In that case, you might want to go with the neon colors of the food coloring. But, I mean, seriously, folks, I mean, this formula is awesome. And I wish I'd found it, you know, before, but that's okay. No big deal. I want to use up what I can of the bottles that I've done in the past couple months. And, you know, just because I don't want to waste those. But that's the color we just did. And I'm going to... And I like it too because I like these flowers too because when I do spray them, it doesn't make my leaves the same color. It doesn't take away from the leaves. And they dry really super fast. And they still hold their shape. And I know you can't see it on camera, but they're just really, really pretty pink. They dry pretty fast, and they still hold their shape. See, they're almost dry. And then you can take your little tool, and you can take and bend your flowers back. And... yeah, they do really, really well. But anyway, there's that one. And that one. So this is almost like a light Victoria blue color. Really pretty, shabby chic. I love that color. I'm keeping that color. I haven't done that color yet. I did it here on video along with you guys. So I love it. It's beautiful, and I'm running out of time, and I'll be back for a third video, and we will make light brown. Alright, love you, bye.